Good morning from Johannesburg, South Africa. We are here on a quest to buy a 2023 Toyota Prado J150 VXL. You know, one of the best places to get a VXL is South Africa, and VXLs from South Africa are in high demand or are highly sought after, and this is because they are tropicalized. We are importing one for a client, and we made this trip down here to inspect the car. And first things first, let me take you through a tour of the car and explain how you identify a real VXL, kwa sababu kuna mingi sana huku zimewekwa badge ya VXL na si VXL. Number one, a true VXL has a multi-terrain select system. Number two, a real Toyota Prado VXL has two D-flocks, one at the center and one at the rear. Number three, a real VXL has rear height control. Four, a true Prado VXL has a cooler box to keep your drinks chilled. For aesthetics, a true VXL comes with a sunroof. 5, a true Toyota Prado VXL comes in a 7-seater configuration and the rear row of seats is electronically retractable. A true VXL will have the spare tire mounted on the tailgate, and that is because it has two fuel tanks. Let me show you. That there is the secondary fuel tank, and this here is the primary diesel tank. A true VXL will also come with air suspension on the rear. And since this is a 2023 Prado J150 VXL, it comes with the tropicalized 1GD FTV engine with 2.8 liters of displacement. Let me take you for a walk around of the showroom. So there are these Porsches. This is a 911 Turbo S. This is a 718 Boxster S, and we have a 911 Carrera here. Let me take a look at how they look from the front. And then on this side we have a Nissan Patrol Y62. Now these are some of the iconic cars that are in this particular showroom, wachana hizo zingine. So here we have the new Land Cruiser. These are double cab buckies, as they call them here. So this one, actually the 5 of them are the V8s with the 1VD FTV engine. The one at the end, the 76, which is a wagon, this one has the 1GD FTV engine, the 2.8 liter 4-cylinder engine that nobody wants in a Land Cruiser, but hey, it's quite economical on fuel. So this is our 2023 Prado VXL. She's here sitting. We are about to start the process of taking her home. One fun fact about the VXLs is that they are mostly white in color. J250 here, FJ Cruiser, yeah, and there is a G-Wagon there and a GLS, plus the Mercedes-Benz V-Class there. So one thing about shopping for a car in South Africa, you have to really be careful and you have to take your time to inspect the vehicle because of the condition. Now this Prado, the one that we are buying, or the one we have bought since we have already made the transaction, it has a mileage of 36,000 kilometers. The thing about the South African market is there is a lot of mileage tampering. So most of the time you will find a VXL in the Kenyan car market with a mileage of say 60,000 kilometers, 50,000 kilometers. And if you contact the Toyota dealership here in South Africa, you will find out that these Prados are over 100,000 kilometers, or even in some cases 200,000 kilometers. So what you do, one, you need to get a service history from the local dealer here in South Africa, and also once you're shipping them out, there is a QISJ inspection center here in Joburg, so it's recommended that you inspect it from here so that it can be updated into the QISJ system, and as opposed to going to inspect it in Kenya, because hapo katikati kuna kuanga na loophole. So for genuine mileage, always insist on the service history. However, most VXLs will be over 100,000 kilometers, and for the ones that are below 100,000 kilometers genuine mileage, you will actually pay more for those cars. So we are done paying for the VXL. Tuko na Tom hapa. Tom, later you will tell them about the process, the registration,
inspection,
police clearance.
Yeah, sure.
So what we are doing now, tunaenda kutafuta lunch, and we are going to, where we are is Boxback.
Yes.
So tunaenda
Town center.
The town center. Joburg kwenyewe. And I want to show you our Uber. Our Uber is a Toyota Starlet, which is a rebadged Suzuki Baleno. Let me show you. So here there is a Touareg Allspace, the 7-seater, and then there is our cab. Karibu kunanyesha huku, by the way. And this place is very near the airport. You can see the planes coming in. When was the last time you saw a paper bag? For some reason they still have them here. How are you, sir? So Tom,
yes,
what are some of the challenges that you have identified with this South African car market, especially for export?
The major challenge nimeona ni the rewinding of mileages. Most of the units here are very high in mileage, and the ones that have average mileage below 100,000, they are quite expensive. So kitu kama VXL, not VXL, the TXL, we compare na Japan. Here it's quite expensive to get a similar mileage kama TXL ya Japan. For you to get something cheaper here, yenye utaita cheaper ya deal, utapata the mileage is quite high. Yeah.
Na pia kuna magari mingi sana mbovu.
Yes. Gari huko usipojipanga vizuri ama ufanye your due diligence vizuri, utanunua gari mbovu. Na mingi zitakuja before hata zinspectiwe. Ikikuja kama inspectiwe utapata gari mbovu. So you have to have someone here check for you, mtu una trust kabisa akuangalie gari venye iko before you do the purchase.
And one fun fact, Tom, the VXLs are mostly white.
Yes, most of the VXLs huku ni white. So hata the clients wenye wameinquire tumewambia outright white. Mwenye ataka color ingine, we can organize for a repaint either here or locally kifika. Yes, but mostly the white. Yeah.
So mileage, condition na color, those are very important things to consider ukitoa gari South Africa. The modes of shipping, Tom, ni gani unaona fiti?
Kuna inaweza driviwa, inaweza pandishwa carrier, na inaweza enda na ndege, na pia though hatujapata line vizuri, inaweza shukishwa Joburg, not Joburg, Durban, iende na meli. We are trying to get lines on how inaweza enda na meli mpaka Mombasa.
One of the reasons tulikuja hii trip was also to establish a strong network.
Yes.
Hapa Joburg.
And especially to get someone who can be looking at the quality of the cars before we commit. Mtu mwenye tuna trust, like hata tukipata gari wapi tunamtuma, anaenda anaiangalia, anafanya a detailed video of the car. Tukiwa Nairobi tunaweza ona vitu, the common things tunaweza check kuangalia kama hiyo gari iko condition nzuri. So we are basically meeting partners here wenye watatusaidia to open up this market in in South Africa.
Yeah, so that's very important, and we are doing this to ensure that your importation journey from South Africa is seamless. You get a quality car because the cars here are very cool. They are very nice.
Yes.
They are tropicalized for the African market. So ni gari itakuserve vizuri sana. Good morning. It's a chilly day here at Lakefield in Johannesburg, and today is our scouting day. Leo tunatafutia tu watu magari huku SA, and we are going to start na kutafuta Land Cruiser 79.
Yes.
We have an inquiry about a 79 series, but not the new shape, the old shape single cab. So we'll be heading out 52 kilometers from where we are, and stay tuned guys. This will be our first scout of the day, and then we are also going to be looking for a Ford Ranger.
Yes.
Gani ingine?
Raptor.
Na Raptor.
Na tuko pia na the LC200.
LC200 ZX.
Yes.
Na pia kuna mtu alikuwa anataka RAV4 2.5 liter
2.5
non-hybrid.
Yeah.
You know, from the Japanese market we only have the 2.5 liter hybrid.
Yes.
But those 2.5 liter non-hybrids are in high demand as well. So to join us as we take this trip around Gauteng, you know Gauteng province.
Yes.
Sawa guys, wacha tungoje Uber tuone ni gari gani leo inakuja. Is a Toyota Agya. Acha tu hello. Miguel up. How are you, sir?
Good man.
So you see most cabs here are manual.
Yes.
Unlike in Nairobi. Wacha tupige lap tuone what's in store with the Land Cruiser. Actually, the Land Cruiser we are going to see is Toyota certified.
Yes.
Remember Tom aliwaambia juu ya quality, and one of the reasons why we have to look for Toyota certified vehicles is because of msichukue gari mbovu. Si ndio Tom?
Yes.
One thing about South Africa is that they have really embraced the towing culture. If you look at the highways, there are a lot of vehicles towing trailers, and that is something that we have not embraced in Kenya. In fact, if you tow a trailer in Kenya, you're going to have so many problems with the police. I'll show you a few cars. Hata gari ndogo zinavuta trailer, matatu za huku zinavuta trailer, pickups zinavuta trailer. So it's a common culture here in South Africa, in Jozi. Here is a Mahindra XUV. Remember I told you that in South Africa, Indian and Chinese cars are quite common. So as we head to Duncansville, we are going to spot Indian and Chinese vehicles just to see the diversity that is here in South Africa. So the place we are going to has a very complicated name. Ama hata unaweza pronounce hiyo jina.
Imenishinda sana.
Wacha tujaribu kuisoma ndio hii tena. Ni how do you pronounce that? Vernegen. Yes, it's Vernegen. Tom, hizi ni zile places unauliza mtoto kwao ni wapi, anaanza kulia. Anashindwa kusema. There is an Isuzu MUX, and one funny thing about the MUX is you know, South Africa has managed to start the assembly of so many vehicles from various manufacturers, but in Kenya we are actually ahead of South Africa in terms of assembling the MUX. The Isuzu MUX is only assembled in two places in the world, that is Thailand and Kenya. In fact, the rolling off of the Isuzu MUX assembly line in Nairobi is the first time the MUX has been assembled out of Thailand. So tuko mbele kiplani. We are finally here in Vrenchen, Val Toyota, and we are at the Automac side. If you're familiar with Automac in Kenya, it's part of Toyota that deals with certified pre-owned vehicles, and we wanted to get it from Automac because we will be sure of the quality. So follow us as we check out these Land Cruisers. The price of this 79 series here at the dealership is 989,000 rand. So that's give or take 8 million Kenya shillings. When you add the shipping and also the taxes on our Kenyan side, the total cost in Kenya for this should be around 9.5 to 9.8 million Kenya shillings. It's a high quality 79 series. It's very clean and it is certified by Toyota. So we're going to proceed with our scouting. So one vehicle has been found and we are going to the second vehicle. So if you need to place an order from South Africa, please write us a message. Sawa. So we are done with the first 79 series. So now we are going to the next town to check out a few Hiluxes and a few Ford Rangers as well. Tom, hiyo town inaitwa aje?
Hiyo town hata sijapata jina yake. Jina za huku
ni ngumu.
Ni ngumu sana, ni ngumu.
Let's check out that name.
Let's check out the name.
Sikia mnyama V8 wenye anaguruma baba. Hey. What was the name of that place? What was the name of that place? Let's see. Bramley.
Bramley.
Yeah, so now we are headed to Bramley turudi kwa kibakuli chetu. So just to remind you guys, this is a Toyota certified used vehicle. So hii ni gari safi sana. Again, as we always say, when it comes to direct import, quality is paramount. Wase, hapa niruhusu niongee Kiswahili, but ukiwaambia unaweza uziwa gari bomb. So we are at a place called Bedford View and we are here to scout for a Fortuner, a Ford and a Hilux. Na Fortuner ya kwanza tumeona, unaona imepigwa repaint. Unaona hizo gaps haziko fiti sana. So hata huku kunakuwa na gari za accident. Amaje Tom? So it's always good to always have a scout, but the color is really nice. The color rangi inakaa fiti sana. Wase, cheki, tunaongea kwa Kiswahili on this beat. Tumekuja kwa yard fulani hapa Bedford View. Na zile gari tulikuwa tumekuja kuona zilikuwa Hilux mbili, ile ya beige, hii ya red na Fortuner ya blue. Na zote ni za accident. Kwanza kazi imefanywa vibaya sana. So ukiamua unatafuta gari ujue tabia ni zile za Wakenya. Ama aje Tom?
Yeah, that's why you need someone on ground.
Unahitaji before you go to any website, tafuta msee akuje ground. Sababu kama tungenunua hizi gari out of pictures and ziko online,
tungejua. Tungejua.
Tomebua advice hiyo maneno.
Tafuteni mtu kwa ground akuangalie gari. Pictures udanganya sana. This car from the website was very clean. hata mileage iko very low, it's at 2024. Ukikuja hapo unapata
ni gari yenye si safi, na hata venye imefanyiwa kazi the repair job haijafanyiwa kazi fiti. It's not a perfect job, so ndio maana unafaa kuwa na mtu ground. A very interesting thing here. So we were scouting for a Fortuner and we happened to find a 2026 one. Gari ya 2026 na ishapata ajali. In fact ni accident repair. Ndizo hizo videos zinatembea hapo. And lakini ndani gari hata makaratasi haijatolewa. Look at this. It still has the wrapping on. So basically this is a new vehicle na tayari ishafanyiwa maneno.
65 kilometers only. 65 hiyo ni distance ya wapi kwenda wapi?
Ni ya kutoka Nairobi kwenda
Keno lapo
hata utafika Murang'a. Murang'a ni 85. Ni around 80.
Naisha gongo.
Ama iligongo ikitoka showroom.
Ndio nashangaa hapo nje tu.
Yeah, cause the mileage on it is only 65. So some things are hard to explain. So again, you have to be very careful when you're scouting for these vehicles in South Africa. Sababu tabia ni zile tu za Wakenya. In fact, imagine when we got here, this car was not here. So tuliambiwa kuna zile tabia za Kiambu Road. Kwa miwa, wacha tukulete. Hii gari tumeletea. So ukichekia hapa, you'll be able to tell that even the front windshield has been replaced. It's not the stock one. So kioo ya mbele ni aftermarket. However, honestly speaking, with the kind of repairs that have been done on this vehicle, irrespective of the fact that ni gari ya ajali, this is something that you can buy if the price is good enough. But without the cost of buying it here is around 5.3 million Kenya shillings. Now, if you were to ship the car to Kenya and pay duty, it would be quite expensive. So, irrespective of the fact that it's a 2026 with accident history, well, it might not make much sense. However, if the price was good enough, hii ni gari hata mimi mwenyewe naweza buy because it's brand new. These are 2021 Hilux Legend, but pia hii imefanya ile kitu. You can see unacheki overspray hapa, naona fiber kwa mataa, na ukiangalia hapa kiti unaweza ona hiyo mismatch kidogo. Hii hapa kile pia unacheki. So literally kwa hii showroom kila gari ni kama ya ajali. Hey guys, today we traveled 50 kilometers from Lakefield. Hizi mashowroom zote ni kama ziko within 50 kilometer radius. And this is called Northfield and we are at the Dome. The Dome ni kama supermarket ya magari. So let me show you. If you come here, you can see all the cars hadi huko nyuma, hadi huko chini. We are going to take you down there. We have just yes, ya kwanza ni BMW, and then now here we have the Toyotas. Hello guys, it's a wrap for our South African trip. Tuko hapa Oliver Tambo International Airport, and we didn't show you guys us getting the rims and the tires and the other accessories for the Prado, and Tom will explain why. Tom, before tupige hii story ya wrap up, hebu ambie kwa nini hatujawaonyesha hiyo.
Yeah, tires here are quite expensive, even the rims. So we decided to do the change back at home. We'll also have an advantage of using the current tires as a trade-in, which will help the client save a bit of money. Because doing it here would have meant shipping the tires, actually, the old ones, to Nairobi, which would not make an economic sense.
And you guys should know that in Kenya we are not allowed to ship old tires, not unless they are on a rim.
On a rim, yes. And you cannot ship them in the car.
Yes.
If you are doing shipping by ship, you have to put that in the manifest. You state that you are transporting the vehicle and the tires, and they will be charged separately.
Yeah. So basically, in a nutshell, how our South African trip has been, we've toured the place, we have checked out a few units, and to be honest, you need somebody on the ground. You need somebody on the ground, especially to ascertain the quality of cars. That is number one. Number two, cars are not necessarily cheaper in South Africa, not unless you want a very specific.
The unique units.
The unique units, yeah.
Especially the tropicalized SUVs. But the normal cars, they'll be cheaper from other markets, like Japan.
Like Japan.
Yes.
Sijali, tunakunywa kahawa hapa before
we leave.
Yes.
Yeah.
Behind us is South African Airlines Airbus A350. The other thing is, we have established a very strong network here of people who can go to the showrooms where these cars are and confirm the quality.
Yeah.
We have also tried to establish partnerships, especially with the Toyota dealers.
Yeah.
Kama unataka gari yako tuseme itoke Automac, and you know, if you're buying your car from Automac, it's definitely going to be more expensive.
Yes.
Kibei, but quality nayo iko
assured. If it's a Toyota verified unit, like the VXL that we bought,
yes,
definitely it will be a bit expensive. But you'll be assured of the quality of the car.
Yes. The other thing you need to know is that magari low mileage si mingi South Africa.
Si mingi. You know, South Africa is expensive.
Yes.
And being expensive means that mtu akitoka hapa aende, for example, Durban na gari yake, already mileage imepanda. Yeah, so there are very few low mileage units and they are expensive.
They are not cheap.
Gari mingi huku ni over 200,000 kilometers. The common cars 150, 160, 200, hata kuna 300.
Hata 350. Tuliona VXL iko na 350,000
kilometers.
So the cheaper ones, if you want a cheap VXL, you have to compromise on mileage.
Definitely.
But if you want a Toyota certified one, lazima ufike bei pia. So Tom, unawaambia nini? Tukirudi Nairobi wakuje watupate kwa ofisi?
Tukifika Nairobi tutembelee, kutua hapo karibu na Garden City, kuja tuongee. Even if you are prospecting kuleta next year, end of the year, we can start early. Tuanze kuonyesha the several units that are available. We walk the journey with you. Tunawaashua quality. Quality is what we emphasize mostly, because you can get that car yenye unataka kuleta, unaweza ipata anywhere.
You can get it anywhere. And at a cheaper price.
Yes, and at a cheaper price. But we don't compromise on the quality, and we assure you tutawasosia very quality units. Yeah.
In fact, guys, sisi hatuleti gari mbovu. Wewe ukitaka mbovu enda mahali ingine. Our unique selling point for the South African market is verifiable quality.
Quality.
Yes. Not verifiable quality. So in the meantime, Tom, wacha tukunywe kahawa. It's we are approaching boarding time.
Yes.
And see you on Monday from Nairobi. Mkuja tubonge hizi stories za SA kwa ofisi tukionyesha magari, because we have so many cars we have identified, especially wase wa Fortuner, Hilux, Prados, na ingine itangwa nini? Ford. Yes, Ranger. Ford Rangers. Sawa sawa. Thank you guys.
See you.